Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's not just full of talk, he genuinely works hard and is serious about what he wants in his career. He plans carefully and puts in steady effort, focusing on moving forward bit by bit. You won't see him slacking off or giving up easily when things get tough.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he keeps his cool and doesn't fall apart. He won't get openly angry or start blaming others, but he might turn quiet and keep his feelings to himself. He's steady and doesn't panic easily, so he usually bounces back pretty well.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work usually find him well mannered and easy to get along with. He doesn't pick fights or create drama, and he prefers to follow the rules and keep things running smoothly. He rarely gets into arguments and tends to avoid unnecessary conflict.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he'll quietly respect your hard work, but may not show big excitement or pride. He's not likely to feel insecure or jealous. Instead, he'll see your success as something you earned with effort and discipline, much like he values in his own life. He doesn't compare himself much to others, so he won't feel threatened.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he won't secretly resent you or let it turn into a big problem. He tends to mind his own business and sticks to doing his best rather than comparing himself to others. You might wish he was more openly proud or discussed feelings, but he isn't the type to let jealousy build up.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money very carefully and likes to keep track of how it's being spent. He plans ahead, pays bills on time, and prefers saving over splurging on things he doesn't really need. Shopping sprees or risky investments are just not his style.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives well within his means and does not pretend to be richer than he actually is. You won't find him showing off or buying things just to impress others. If you value honesty and a simple, stable lifestyle, he's a good match.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's generally careful with both his money and his feelings. While he won't leave you in need, He's not the type to go overboard with gifts or grand gestures. He makes sure the basics are covered, but extra spending or showing warmth may need a little encouragement from you.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is quite open and straightforward about money matters. You can trust him to tell you the real situation without hiding things or making you guess. If you ever want to discuss finances, he'll listen and be fair, even if he's a bit cautious.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes in sharing responsibilities and won't expect you to handle all the housework alone. Since he values order and routines, he'll likely pitch in to keep the home neat and organized. He may not fuss over little details or make a big deal out of helping, but he'll do his part without much complaining.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will actually roll up his sleeves and help with chores and diapers, not just stand by and tell you what to do. Keeping things clean and running smoothly is important to him, so he'll do his share and follow the routine without too much fuss. He's not the type to leave all the heavy lifting to you or only act like a supervisor.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's not one to start arguments just to prove his point. If there's a disagreement, he will usually listen quietly and think about what you're saying, even if he doesn't show a lot of emotion. He prefers avoiding fights and cares about keeping things peaceful at home, so he's open to hearing your side.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he remains respectful and does not lash out with hurtful words or aggressive behavior. Instead of shouting or throwing things, he's more likely to become quiet and keep his feelings to himself. With him, arguments stay safe and your dignity is never at risk, even in tough moments.
Does he have a bad temper?
He's not the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. His patience and calmness help him handle stress or irritation without snapping at others or losing control. This steadiness is a strong point, not a red flag.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can say sorry and take responsibility when he makes a mistake. While he may not always put his feelings into words quickly, he does believe in fairness and making things right. He's not one to play the blame game, and he'd rather keep things honest and respectful between you.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no truly means no. He values clear rules and routines, so if you tell him directly what you're comfortable with, he listens and stops without pushing further. He may not always pick up on gentle hints, so being plain and straightforward works best with him.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He's not the type to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He might feel a bit disappointed at times, but he won't sulk, get angry, or make you feel guilty about your choice. He doesn't let these moments turn into big fights or emotional drama.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He values respect and keeping things proper, so he won't use your personal or intimate experiences against you. He understands that trust is important and makes sure you feel safe and secure.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful and not easily distracted by other women. Stability and routine mean a lot to him, so he doesn't go looking for excitement or flirt with others just for fun. Even if he's not always the most romantic or expressive partner, his loyalty runs deep.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not over possessive, nor does he act jealous, controlling, or always suspicious. He trusts easily and prefers peace in the relationship over constant questioning or drama. If you ever feel boxed in or like you're being watched, it won't be because of him.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, with him, being protective doesn't cross over into being controlling. He cares about your safety and comfort, but he doesn't use that as an excuse to make all the decisions or limit your freedom. You won't find him watching your every move or questioning your choices.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort and doesn't expect you to handle everything alone. He values order and responsibilities, so he'll do his part when it comes to raising the kids. If things ever seem off balance, you just need to talk to him clearly. He's happy to adjust to make things fair.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He handles problems with a level head and prefers to talk things through or guide the kids firmly rather than shouting or punishing harshly. His steady approach helps create a safe and controlled home, even when things don't go as planned.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He respects your responsibilities at home and values the work you do, but he doesn't expect you to give up your own interests or dreams. He understands that you need personal space and time for yourself, not just for family.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
He is not the kind of man who would quietly expect you to quit your career after having a child. He values routine, fairness, and teamwork. So if he says he supports your work now, chances are he genuinely means it. He doesn't like sudden changes or hidden rules. So you're unlikely to face surprises or pressure to give up your job later on.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with respect and politeness, but real warmth may not come naturally to him. He'll make sure to greet them properly, follow social rules, and help out when needed, never being rude or dismissive. His way of caring is to be reliable and courteous, more than chatty or emotionally expressive. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect everyone to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly rather than make things worse. He does not lose his temper easily and prefers to keep things peaceful, focusing on practical solutions instead of drama. He'll help you address the situation step by step rather than adding fuel to the fire.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is practical and values order. So while he might be modern and fair with you at home, he may expect you to follow traditional behaviors in front of his relatives, at least on special occasions or family gatherings. He isn't trying to trap you or make you unhappy, but wants to keep peace and avoid conflict within the family. If certain customs or routines matter to his elders, he'll hope you'll respect them, even if he's more relaxed in private.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, he will support you quietly and not just stand aside or automatically take their side. He may not jump into the middle of arguments, but he'll make sure you know he's with you, offering calm help and backing your feelings behind the scenes. He values fairness and stability, so he won't want you to feel alone or ganged up on.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He's not the type to be a mummy's boy. While he respects his mother and family traditions, he values fairness and stability in his own home. If there's a conflict between you and his mother, he won't blindly take her side or leave you to handle things alone. He will quietly support you, making sure you feel heard and not isolated.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He will not share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and prefers to handle problems quietly within the relationship rather than involving others or making family drama. You can trust that what happens between you stays between you, helping build a strong sense of trust and respect.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with this man means your days are steady, organized, and mostly drama free. He takes responsibility seriously. Expect him to share chores, keep bills paid, and stick to routines without much nagging.